Like, if I do a half cut crease, I usually just live my life like this. When people are talking to me, I'm just like, yes. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a favorites video. This is going to be my January favorites video. These are going to be the products and music items that I have been loving throughout the month of January. There weren't that many, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now there's going to be a lot of Fenty, not gonna lie, so let me just start ahead so I don't, postpone anything. First, this bad boy is what I'm wearing today. I've got it mixed with the NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation, that one. The reason I'm shouting this out, even though I have done so many times, is because I got rematched. When I went on holiday June, July time of 2018, I came back home and I was pretty much a different shade. I pretty much had to get rematched in every single foundation I owned. I went back to get rematched in this one. I was 420 at first, now I'm 430 since my skin has darkened a little bit. And I have to say, I feel like 430 ultimately was the better shade. I feel like if you go back to my Fenty Beauty review, 420, it looked really, really nice. But towards the end of last year, it just looked really, really light and didn't really look nice. I feel like now I've got it in my proper color. My skin looks full of life. It looks super bright. It's matte, but also like with a bit of like a satin finish, well, because I put the NARS in today. But overall, I think the finish is amazing. I know this is not a foundation that a lot of people love, but I really, 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 really love this. And I think if you find it is too matte, mix this in with a moisturizer or mix this in with a foundation that is a bit more runny, a bit more luminous, and I think you will love this. Next on the Fenty train, new products that were released at the start of this month. These are the Fenty concealers. To put this into perspective, January 11th is when the concealers came out, and today when I'm filming this is February the 1st. I have used this concealer every single day since then. Count how many days that is, because I can't count. I don't know how many days that is. I have this in 2 shades. When I bought it, I wasn't sure what the difference was between these 2 shades, and I figured it was probably best, to see it on my face. I'm in the shades 385 and 380. I wear 430 in the foundation, but I knew that their suggestion would be a little bit tame and I want something a bit more light and highlighted. I got them in the shades 385 and 380. 380 is definitely more yellow. 385 is definitely more neutral. Damn, which one 385? That one 385. 380 is this one. I pretty much think they look identical on the skin, but I think going further so that I don't have to buy 2, I'll just go with 385 because I do like that it's quite neutral, it's not as yellow. 380 does not pull super, super yellow on the face at all. I just think I'll just stick with 385 just because these concealers look so beautiful on the skin. It's what I'm wearing right now. I feel like my face looks flawless and has looked flawless every single day that I've worn this concealer. When I first started to try it, my under eyes were super dry, so what I did was just try to moisturize them more, and once I did that, guys, it's perfect. It's amazing that they have so many shades. I think that is incredible. I think for the price you're paying, you get a really good product. Overall, I have no complaints whatsoever on these concealers. If you have not already tried them, I would 1000% recommend them to you. More Fenty Beauty. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder. I am in the shade Honey. Just want to show you guys the shade. I will show you a little swatch on my hand, as well as the concealer. This is the only powder I have been using since it came out. And I knew I was pretty much going to like this because I feel like the consistency overall of like the Fenty Beauty complexion products are just like matte, just a really like light kind of finish. You can kind of just work with them to make them... Why all of a sudden I got friends? I feel like you can kind of make a lot of the products work for you. If you want to make them a bit more dewy, you have the option to do that. And if you want to super mattify your face, you can. This is in the shade Honey. I don't know if I've got a good enough swatch for you guys to see that. It's just a yellow shade. I love that it's not too yellow. It's like just light enough. Now, I know a lot of people say that you cannot bake with this, but I absolutely baked with this one day and my face looked incredible. I will insert a picture of my face so that you guys can see it. My face looked incredible. It's that super flawless, just really bright under eye, but not crazy. Super soft, super polished, and my makeup lasted all day. I think this is such a great powder. Again, for the price, you are getting so much product. Like I said, I've been using this for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I feel like pretty much still got a lot of the product to go. The last of the shady bunch is this Fenty Beauty Fairy Balm in the shade Rosé on Ice. This is pretty much a highlighter that I've been wearing a lot too. I wore this a lot at the end of last year. Rosé on Ice is this beautiful pink, my god, talk about worst swatch of 2019. But now, like, there's no balance. Like, come on, I don't need that much. since she's everywhere, I'll just show you. It's a beautiful rose gold kind of pearlescent highlighter. Gives the skin a beautiful luminous sheen. It's one of those highlighters that does beam but does look like skin. Sometimes you can get highlighters that look like highlighter and don't really sit on the skin very well. This sits on the skin beautifully. I think this, as well as the under eye setting powder, is very finely milled. I think the formula is great, and I feel like they are, the Fenty Beauty team, they're really good at making like lightweight powders that you can really work with to make lighter or to make heavier. And for like an everyday girl, everyday woman, I think their products are amazing. And I don't need to talk anymore about Fenty Beauty because it's what I constantly do every second of every day. Next up, we have a pair of lashes. This is from a British company. They're an Instagram brand. They are called Doll Beauty. Their lashes are called Doll Lash. This is in the style Jasmine. It's pretty much what I was wearing the whole month of January, whether I was going to the shop, whether I was going to church, whether I was going to work. This was the lash that I wore absolutely every single day. I think it's so stunningly beautiful, and I just got a re-up of like 500 million Jasmine, so I'm super excited. Doll Beauty lashes are pretty much all the lashes I wear. I think their styles are amazing. They make those really like wispy lashes that are dramatic enough, but they also have lightweight lashes. I'm wearing a different pair of their lashes today. This is in the style Selena. I was supposed to mention this in the favorites like a few months ago. I don't know why I didn't. Selena is stunning too, but Jasmine is absolutely, she's been my bitch. Gonna mention an eye base quickly because I never ever mention eye bases or eye primers or stuff like that because I never used to use them until I found this guy. The P. Louise Eyeshadow base. This is in the shade 5. For the past 2 months, I think the good thing about this is it makes it wet enough that the shadow just sticks on, and if you are working with color, which is something that I have been doing more in the past kind of few months, it helps in terms of building that color. Sometimes you can go in with like a strong pink or like a strong red, then it's hard to tone it down because it is such a bright color and those pigments do stain sometimes. So what this base does is literally just allows that color to cling on. When you put that first layer of like whatever bright shade you are using, it's literally kind of mutes it a tiny bit, and then you can just go in after like a minute, it dries, and then you can just build up that color. It just really helps for that. As for my shadow sticking on longer, I think I'll have to pay attention more to like what my eyeshadow looks like at the end of the day, but I don't feel like I notice anything fading or anything like that. The only gripe I have with this is that this is in the shade 05. This is the deeper shade that they make, and if you are any darker than me, then you may not be able to get away with this. This is kind of similar to like a concealer shade that I would use. It doesn't look crazy or harsh or anything like that on the skin. So if you do have deeper skin, I would say try 05. I'm not sure whether they would definitely be introducing newer shades. I don't think this is incredibly like light, but nor is it incredibly dark. They could do with having like one shade deeper. If you are a tiny bit deeper as well and you feel like it's gonna look crazy, literally just use it to cut your crease, and then that way you're just putting a shade over it anyway. I would thoroughly recommend this. I feel like the P. Louise makeup Instagram is like goals. Every time I like go on there, I'm just like. Next up, we have a skincare item. I'm feeling a way about this brand. Okay, let me get to the product and then I'll tell you about the brand. The Creme Shop. This is a Korean brand. Okay, I can't hide it. I'm feeling a way about this brand because I was on Twitter yesterday. I know this is not my battle to fight, but I just feel a bit about this. Jackie Aina tweeted, she was like, oh, this is so weird. I've never heard of this brand before, and they blocked me. Like, they blocked her. And a lot of people in the comments were like, yeah, they're associated with, you know, people that she might have had conflict with or whatever. They work together or blah blah blah. And I don't know, something about that just didn't sit right with me. And like, apparently on their Instagram, like, they don't really support, you know, creators of color or makeup artists of color, influencers of color, and that kind of thing. So I definitely will do a bit more digging because I don't want to support a brand that doesn't support me and doesn't believe in like what people of color have to offer. And, you know, depending on, they need to align themselves in the right way. That's all I have to say in regards to that. But I digress. This is the Melt Away 3-in-1 Cleansing Balm. Now, to take off my makeup, I have been kind of going between oils and balms. At first, I kind of figured that balms were a bit messy, so I kind of just stayed away from them, and I was going more towards oils. But I'd find that the oils were so messy because sometimes they'd emulsify in your hand, and I'd feel like I'd like waste the product, so I'd like, oh, and then it's like, it just, and then I'd just face palm myself, and then I have to, it's just awkward. On the scale of 1 to messy, they were messy. and I feel like balms are probably the way forward for me. The reason I like this balm, and I'm mentioning it today, is I don't feel like the formula is like anything crazy. I don't feel like there's like unicorn tears or anything in this that makes it exceptional, but I just feel like every time I wash my face or take my makeup off with this, I never can find like a trace of makeup left. The fact that I double cleanse and then going with a water cleanser after this might also play a part, but sometimes like when I was using milk cleansers and oil cleansers, I would still find like makeup on like my cleansing pad when I'd go in after. With like a 30-second scrub of this, like I literally will not have any makeup left on my face at all. The more thoroughly I'm cleaning my skin just with this and like my second cleanser, the more my skin is just clearing up. Like I had tiny bumps here. I had a spot here which was humongous. I literally did my 60-second, you know, the beautyologist on Twitter, I will link her down below, her 60-second, you know, idea for cleansing, and the spot went down like in 24 hours. So because I've understood how to properly finally clean my skin, I feel like my skin is just like, it's popping. She won. I think it's a shame there was something going on with the brand that meant that I would no longer feel like compelled to support them, but I would do my research, I would do my due diligence and find out, you know, what I need to find out for myself. But this is even a backup. I've still got one in the shower that I have not even finished, so I'm gonna have to pretty much use this one, and then if they're cancelled, I'm gonna have to cancel them after this. Obviously, we are in a recession, people. This is the Batiste dry shampoo. Now, I'm wearing a wig. If you don't notice, I wear wigs. I hardly ever wear my natural hair out. You know, wigs are protective styling. Everything I can do to protect my hair, to help it grow and to just help it keep nourished is, you know, what I do. I feel like because this is European hair that I'm wearing, like especially because I do have Afro texture hair, it can sometimes be like a journey to understand like what this hair requires. And sometimes when my hair was super oily, I just didn't know what to do. And because this is a wig and there's actually so much, there's 3 bundles of hair on this as well as a frontal. When you give this like a full wash, you need it to dry for at least a day and a half, and I just don't have that time. So this is where this comes in. Batiste. You literally go in with it if you're feeling like your hair's a bit oily. Spray it a few inches away from like your hairline. Like you could spray it like from here, and it will literally just like clean it. It's literally like a lazy girl's just like way to clean your wigs. Or if you do have European hair, I'm sure you already know about this. I feel like I'm so late to this. There's a reason why it's like the #1 best dry shampoo on the market, I believe. Super good, and I just wanted to shout her out. My random favorite, I would say clothes, is this tracksuit. I have this in grey and I have it in navy. I pretty much wear it everywhere. Tracksuits are my life. Shampoo is my life. If you see me in the street wearing a tracksuit, don't be afraid to say hi. I'm not gonna mug you. Moving on to music favorites. Some of them are older, but they've just kind of been chilling in my playlist. So we're gonna get playing, and yeah, let's start. We're gonna get playing.
Finding I don't wanna be loved anyway. That's why I do as I say. Losing a game I never wanted to play. Oh, yeah, before we cross the line, I feel a little guilty. Yeah, I feel like it's written all over me. Try to find a balance. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. No, I'm not okay. But I hear you. Take you there. I know the distance is far. I've been running through your mind. Only trust me, I know how you feel right now. Baby, that's just what it is right now.
One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Thank you, thank you.
Don't you say things to say things. You know that isn't how we grow.
You've been testing my faith and my patience. Oh, I wish there was a right way. Yeah.
I got more slaps than the Beatles.
That's a Fenty. For real. She said, oh, you rich.
While I'm up late night, my phone so dry, no good night. I'm tight, cause I'm paranoid. I've been trying so hard not to grow up, but you're trying me. Oh, trying me. Don't make me feel away. Don't make me feel away. Don't make me
Mind the gap. Fair to say that I brought back gap. A hope from me can inspire man. View. Avion. Yeah. and that's fresh for play.
They gon' have to kill me, grandmama, I'm not they slave. Check out the bazaar. Be look at my hair free, carefree. Niggas ain't mad free. Wavy shit.
You might think I'm crazy, but I know you're my baby. Anyway, you can take it all off, 'cause this love ain't got no cost.
Does it light up when you speak of me? 'Cause I wanna know if you feel. 'Cause I wanna know if you feel. It's good, I'm baby. Why should I be the first to fall? Why should I take the loss? You let me know from the start. I'm running up for your heart. I think that I'm done tripping. I'm tripping. I've been sipping. That's how I control my bad for tripping on you. Tripping on you.
Porque todos te quieren probar. Lo que no saben es que no querías llegar.
Dile que tú eres mía, mía. Tú sabes que eres mía, mía. Bebé, yo soy tuyo nada más. Dile que conmigo te vas. Me ven y me preguntan por qué he visto caro. Oh, a mí decía, está todo caro. Oh, esos tiempos se acaban.
Bring it on the shoulder, not you saying that.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. That I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Burn my own checks like I'm able to sing. Lipstick away, it shine. I know you see it. I don't need a brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. When you see them rags, they stack up like my ass, yeah.
Not just because I keep us down, but I'm on the grind till I'm up now.
Always complain that she can't see me often. I just keep it real, I can run out of option. I can see you stressed out and you keep calling. Girl, don't worry, I'll be out in the morning. But often I'll be OT, yeah, don't worry, I'll be out in the morning.
So guys, that concludes my January favorites. We had some beauty, we had some random, and lots of music as usual. If you have enjoyed this video, leave me a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you've made it all the way to the end. Do not forget to connect with me on my social media channels. Those are Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the description box down below. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!